Ooh, Snoop Dogg. Oh, yeah, baby. Should we take a cigarette break?
It's time. Let me get my parliaments.
Let me light that for you. This episode is John and Lynn's are stoned.
You know what's funny is that right there, that intro is when we were actually like not high.
Not even remotely.
Imagine when we were. Well, me and Lyndsay just decided to step out. Again, this is your Almost Bare podcast where we talk about real life stories on sex, health, love, and all the dirty secrets in between.
In between. So those cheeks of yours.
So as I was saying, Lyndsay and I step out once a week and just like detox.
I mean, or just talks.
Or just talks after the week. And we realize that more and more our friends, some of them are rather toxic.
Yeah.
And just toxic. And this is, I don't even know it's a rant if you guys have, because I have a bunch of like rants on toxic friendships because I've been through a couple.
You don't ever rant though.
Well, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah,
catch on, John, right?
Yeah,
Is this
yeah. Pick it up. Follow the bouncing ball. Here we go. Beep, bitty, doo, doo, doo.
So what does it mean to have a toxic relationship? What does it mean to you, Lyndsay? What defines toxicity, or just in general, toxic relationships, do you feel?
Jeez, God. That's actually like... I could have an entire podcast about toxic relationships in my life. I would think that the most toxic was my ex-husband, just because he was a raging alcoholic. And I am also a raging alcoholic, but I am just fun. My life just rocks the way that it does.
I see.
His alcoholism was just like tearing everybody's lives apart, right? Where that's not what happens with me. I just, I like my vodka, people. I'm 41, I'm tired, and I live in pain.
And you kind of fit the bill, being a vodka drinker at 40 years old.
Seriously.
Totally fit the bill. So we're talking about toxic relationships, guys.
We sure are.
Lyndsay definitely brought up her ex-husband. Ugh. I think honestly, a toxic relationship counts as whoever your ex is.
Not just ex though. We talked about this. It can be in friendships as well.
Okay.
Family members as well. That. Like the person that gave life to me is a complete piece of shit. I haven't talked to him in like 12, 13, I don't even know, 14 years. Because he was a fucking piece of shit. So,
I see that. And then with me, I don't remember ever cutting anybody off. I know we always have that one friend that's like, should they be cut off? Maybe not. Like you're kind of flip-flopping, and you've been through so much stuff in the past. All of a sudden it's like, oh, I can deal with their toxicity. It's all good. It is what it is. I've dealt with them for so long. It just seems normal. But then there's always that one friend that like we don't really care. I'm sorry to use this, but we don't really give a shit, and we kind of send them off. And it's just because we don't want them in our life, whether it's toxic, whether they're just not like us. I don't know.
I don't know. Some of that I think comes from your religious background too, because they're not like what you're used to or whatever. But you specifically, I think, are the most open-minded religious person that I've met in my life. And that is why I love doing this show with you, because, I'm raised by, the right, the Christian, the blah, 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 blah.
The stereotypical, basically.
Yeah. And then super hypocritical about everything. Anyways, you are a person that has come into my life that has opened up the idea of faith, not because I want to be a Catholic, but because you've helped open up this like faithful, believing channel within me in regards to my pain.
Yeah.
And so I love you for that.
No, I guess I enjoy the challenge, and it's not in a bad way, but just in a good way.
The challenge being my friend.
Yes.
For fucking sure, dude.
It's a challenge on both ends.
Who's Mr. America? You're Mr. Universe in my world for putting up with my shit. So,
and see, that's what we see about, on the opposite side of a toxic relationship, where both friendships, whether even relationships, where they can just get along. I think that's at the core of it. Get along. And for both of us, I don't know if it's appropriate at times to share here, but just know that we've gone through recently just fixing toxic relationships, whether that be romantic, whether that be platonic. Love that word, platonic.
Platonic? No, platonic.
Platonic. Thank you. Platonic. Words.
I mean, tomato.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, Lyndsay.
So we all have those platonic friends, and obviously possibly fixing those friendships from toxicity to I don't know whether it's regularity or how would you even fix a toxic relationship? For me, that's hard.
That's toxicity, right? It's like
even you trying to fix toxicity is toxic because you shouldn't be able trying to fix it.
That's right. Like let's just give an example from a body perspective. Like with me, with my bod, I was like eating all these supplements because they're like, take turmeric, eat garlic, do this, oregano, blah, blah. So I'm taking like $95 billion of supplements every month so that I'm not on opiates. But all of those supplements caused so many other problems. And it's been a really interesting journey to be like, whoa. You've got to get a fucking baseline and figure out. I literally feel better now than I have in 2 years this morning. I woke up this morning at a P2 for the first time in 2 years. And I don't know. There's a lot of cosmic shit going on in my life, and I'm stoked about it.
So basically, your body is rewarding you and like, oh, cool. This is what is going on now. I'm kind of making all these cosmic shifts, cosmic changes, a lot of cosmic shit going on, I'm assuming. And your body is responding accordingly.
I mean, I don't know. I'm doing this biofeedback stuff. It's been 2 sessions, and I will tell you this much. I have never, in the past 2 years, I have not felt any form of movement in my legs, like at a nerve level, at a muscle level, where like my arms feel. I haven't felt that in my legs until a couple days ago from this biofeedback thing. And I woke up, I slept incredibly well. I woke up with this spirit that's been like lost in this stupid CRPS shit of mine. And then I saw her again yesterday, and it's just like, it's unbelievable. I have hope that I haven't had in a very long time. And so I'm grateful for what's going on in my life.
That's awesome. Yeah. For me, it's more of a mental thing. I know we talked about that a couple weeks ago, where it's like your mind is just
super powerful,
all this stuff. A lot of times my mind plays a trick on that. I'm putting myself in a toxic relationship with others without even knowing it. So not even knowing them personally, where I will only care about what they say about me, their image, what they feel about me, or affirmation from them. And that was even becoming toxic, I felt, where, with me, I felt like I just had to mentally cut them off, or they were providing toxicity without even really knowing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And gosh, it's mentally cutting them off too,
Man, it's been super difficult to. I mean, when I made the decision to like break up with my dad, basically like peace out. He and I hadn't even spoken in like 2 years already, and all of a sudden I got this voicemail message at like after midnight, and it was the man that gave me life saying, I don't ever want to talk to you again, don't email me, don't see me, nothing, because on Facebook you have Louis as your father. And I'm like, yeah, because he's the guy that's fucking raised me. And the night that he left that message was the night that I was waking up to sing at my boyfriend's funeral because he had just been killed in a car accident. So I'm like, wow, the timing is spectacular, douche. So that was it. It was like, and then we're cut. Wow, that got dark. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Jeez, no wonder I'm a fucking fuck. You put all this stuff together, it's amazing that I have a smile on my face, right? I mean, I guess that's who I am and what I'm about. I'm like, well, I mean, I've been dished a lot of shit. Like, let's keep going. All right, let's move on.
However, I don't think you personally are toxic, if that makes sense.
I'm not toxic?
No, toxic friendship. Toxic, just in general, I don't feel you are. You kind of like hinted, I felt that you were calling yourself you can be toxic right now. I don't think so.
I feel like your view has shifted over the past journey of
because
ours.
we have to understand what toxic relationships are, you know.
I do.
Well, I guess from a standpoint of
Jesus fuck. Didn't I just explain like 500 of them right now? Oh my god, we're out of vodka here, people.
Oh my gosh. I'm here to give you 8 signs.
I'm certainly not here to give any signs.
I'm here. All right, fine. I'm here to give you 8 signs. I come up with these kind of on my own when it comes to toxic relationships. I'm just saying.
No, you didn't.
I kind of come up with these on my own. Just go with it, folks. All right, here we go. The first one that I've written down.
Oh, no.
8 signs you might be in a toxic friendship. Number 1, they aren't there to celebrate your success.
Yeah, you suck at that.
Basically, friends that show up and don't really show up. Meaning they'll say, hey, I'm your friend. We're the homies. We'll kick it. But they don't go and be like, yo, you killed that set last night if you're a DJ.
Okay, so am I that friend? Yes or no?
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
I can't even believe that there was a delay in that
There was a delay because I'm thinking,
next.
Would you go to my violin recital if I played the violin?
Honey, I am going to be at your surgery on Friday. Bite me. Bitch.
I'm going to be okay, guys. I'm having a procedure.
It's totally going to be fine. And it's the same procedure that I had. So you are not going to die. You're going to just be more of a rock star.
See how messed up we are, folks? This is, again, why we do this podcast.
That's right.
So they aren't there to celebrate your success. That's the number 1 sign of you may be in a toxic relationship.
All right.
You know, I completely agree. They don't say, hey, you did it, you killed it, whatever you got to say. You know what I'm saying?
This is the world's longest explanation. What's number 2?
Number 2, they don't care about themselves.
What?
Yes, they don't care really about themselves. Whenever they have a problem, they always they expect your support, right? When you need them. But honestly, they're nowhere to be found when they, aren't there.
Oh, totally.
The other people, you're in a toxic relationship, the other party.
They only need you when they need you, and then they fucking ghost you.
That's it.
I don't know.
Right there.
That is basically every one of my fucking friends,
so
you assholes.
Now, do we match that?
Not you and me.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're saying every friend.
No. I'll take it back. I retract. I retract.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so all right, so see.
No, and part of it's my fault. Fuck. If anything, it's 90% my fault because
we're allowing it to happen. Probably
100%.
Yeah.
Because you know me with my love language shit. I just want to give and give and give, and it doesn't matter what the expense is on my side, whether it's credit card debt or fucking stress or whatever. I have always just been like, I just want to make sure all of you are okay. And then I never did the mirror back to myself to do the same thing to myself. But it took me until I turned fucking 40 to figure this out. So to all of you people that are listening that are under 40, get your fucking shit together right now. Okay.
All right, on that note, number 3.
There's only 234 more to go.
Nope, don't worry. There's 6 after. There's 5 more after this one.
Okay,
number 3.
Sorry, I got a little deep.
You did. Super deep.
My bad. Jesus fuck.
Again, number 3. They're not interested in the details of your life. So when the conversation shifts to you, they don't really care. They're like, and they always get it back to themselves. They always point their direction, their agenda, hate that word, but their agenda, again, hate that word.
Stop saying it then.
Their thing
They're
onto
narcissistic.
you. The narcissistic stuff onto you.
Yeah.
And it becomes like, why? Can I talk about me real quick? I'm not trying to be selfish.